Hello everybody, David here from London Safes. Shortly we're going to be having a look at this safe on my bench here. But before we do, I'm going to put my WhatsApp number up on screen now. So that's my own personal WhatsApp number. If you're looking for a safe and you need some advice, and even frankly, if you don't end up buying one from us, honestly, I don't mind. If you've got questions, just send me a WhatsApp message. It's not a telephone, it's a messaging only. You can send me pictures of where you've got in mind for the safe to go. We can have a chat about what you're looking for, and I'm really happy to advise you. I've been doing this a long time, since 1982, so I'm quite happy to offer free advice, and hopefully you'll buy one once you've spoken to me. But if you prefer to call, that's the telephone number, 0208 445 0001, or you can find it on our website, londonsafes.co.uk. So back to the safe. This is one of the largest safes that we do routinely. This is our Sussex Eurograde 1 size 7 digital safe. Currently we offer this safe in 7 different sizes. There might be some slightly larger ones coming soon later in the year, but at the time of filming this is the largest. This is the number 7 of 1 through 7, and it's quite a big safe, as you can see. I've just put an A4 brochure for the safe next to it so you can get an idea of the scale of the safe, but I will go into all the dimensions shortly. Those external dimensions now are: the height is 940 millimeters, so it's just under a meter tall. The width is 515 millimeters, and the depth of the safe is 425 millimeters. With regards to the depth, that figure of 425 millimeters is the extremities of the actual box, if you like. So from there through to there. Here, but what it doesn't take into consideration is the handle, which is the thing that protrudes the most. That's the handle there, and that protrudes another 45 millimeters from the front. The hinges aren't quite as deep as that, so the deepest, or the thing that protrudes the most, is the handle, plus 45 millimeters to the depth figure. Something else to bear in mind with regards to positioning the safe in your home is the safe needs to have some width to the right, so to this side of the safe, because the door is very thick, and when the door opens, it needs to open beyond the extremity, the right hand extremity of the safe, in order to have full access to the internal parts of the safe. If you wanted to put something in that's as wide as the inside of the safe, I'll explain a bit more in a sec. So as you can see, with the safe open, if I stand dead in front of the safe, some of the width of the safe is obscured by the thickness of the door, and you can still use the safe, obviously. If you were just limited to the width of the safe in terms of the space that you've got available, it'd still work, but in order to have full access, you'd have to move the door to about that position. Let's say you had a jewellery box and it was the width of the safe, or just short of the width of the safe, you'd need the door hinged all the way to the right there in order to get access to the safe. I've jumped ahead a bit there by looking at the safe open. I've shut the safe again. Now let's have a look at the keypad. So it's operated with a digital keypad. It's battery operated, so the battery lives inside here. It's just an ordinary 9-volt type battery. So if the battery goes flat, you can just open that and replace the batteries. Very easily done. Also available with a key lock. If you're a traditionalist and just want a simple key, then you can just have a key lock, also on our website. Really easy to use. I'm going to open it with a default code, which is 1 through 6. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Double beep. You hear a little click. I don't know if you heard that. You rotate the keypad, and now you can open the safe, turning the handle. I'll show you what happens if you don't rotate the keypad, and you can choose your own code. Obviously, this is just the factory default code, which is no secret. Now you'll hear that click. So I haven't rotated this. The handle remains dead, and you only have a short period. That just clicked again. I don't know if you heard it because I was chatting, obviously. But now the keypad won't turn. You'd have to enter the code again, which I'll do. Click, turn, open. We'll look at the interior space and dimensions in a sec, but while we've got the safe open, let's talk about what it means in terms of insurance. So this is a Eurograde 1 safe, and Eurograde 1, let's have a look at the ID plate, means that the safe is tested and certified independently, in this case by a German test house called VdS, and this is the standard, so it's EN1143-1, that's the standard, grade 1. And that grade 1 means this safe qualifies for automatic, undoubted insurance approval for up to £10,000 in cash or up to £100,000 in your valuables, jewellery and electronics and that sort of thing. I'll just shut the bolts with the door open so you can just see how strong. The door is extremely thick, heavy duty steel with reinforced anti-drill plates rather. And you've got all those 5 very large rectangular bolts along one side, another large rectangular bolt on the top, and these all, another one at the bottom, open with the handle as you rotate the handle. And the hinges are external, as you can see, and often people think that means the safe is vulnerable. I mean, it really isn't. It's so that the door can swing open. If it was hinged on the inside, it wouldn't open that far. But you've got protection from all those bolts on 3 planes, but you've also got this here, this recess, and that recess will, as the door closes, will close behind this part, forming a very strong bond. So even if someone was to, and it happens, sometimes builders find safes on building sites and they think, oh, there's the hinges, we'll get the angle grinder out, and they spend, 3-4 hours and 10 discs cutting the hinges off only to find the safe's not open. Actually, likewise, I've seen them do the same thing with angle grinders trying to cut the side of the safe, only to be faced with the concrete that is behind that steel. And then there's another layer of steel, and it's just, disc after disc of the angle grinder just gets worn out and worn out. Replace it, angle grinder burns out, never get it open like that. Let's have a look at the internal dimensions. So the internal height is 864 millimeters, and the internal width is 455 millimeters. And the internal depth is 305 millimeters. It comes with 2 repositionable shelves, and you can put them in any configuration that you want here. I've put it in this very specific configuration, and I'll explain why. And that's to show you how you can get folders in. So that's why I've set it up like that. So I've got a lever arch file at the top, and you'd get plenty of those across there. And I've also got an A4 folder there, and it still leaves you space at the bottom if you were filling it with folders, because often we sell this for business use as well, for your valuables. There's a sort of luxury watch box, and if we slide that in there, you can see you'd get a few of those underneath that shelf. If it's all for jewellery, you can reconfigure the shelves as you please to suit your requirements. I've just to show you that it fits, that's a Barrington watch winder, and as you can see, you could fit those in there. They're battery, we don't sell them, but they're battery operated or mains operated, with a power cable, but set to the minimum with AA batteries. These last for weeks and weeks and weeks. So if I pan down, you'll see we install the safe for you. So the price you see on our website is fully installed and delivered, and it'll be a professional installation in an unmarked van by one of our vetted employees, not a subcontractor like many of our competitors. And that's the area that we cover. I won't go through them all, but essentially I'm filming from our warehouse in Hertfordshire, and we cover about a 90-mile radius from there. We don't cover the whole country, but that's the sort of area that we do. The safe has to be bolted to the fabric of your building, and there's 2 methods of doing that. Ideally, we can use both. There's a fixing hole at the top there. We can bolt that to a wall, and there's a fixing hole at the bottom that we can bolt to a floor. Once we've done that, you've got these little covers that will cover. I won't push it down now, but that pops in and covers the fixing hole. And as you can imagine, that one does the top hole. You may have noticed this little key lock on the inside, and it is supplied with 2 keys that fit that lock, and that's a security seal on the cover of the door. So the idea is that it prevents someone opening, like an inside job if you like, in a commercial environment, opening the safe, removing the locking mechanism so that they can then just open the safe without having to tap the code in. So you wouldn't keep those keys there, you keep them somewhere else if it was a commercial environment. But in the domestic situation, it isn't really a big thing. Technically not a fire safe, but you have got this fire seal here that goes around and seals the area. So if there is a fire, this expands a bit, seals the door to it. But you're looking at a very heavy double inner and outer steel lined box with concrete that's going to take some energy to incinerate the content. So you have got fire resistance. It just isn't certified or tested for fire, but you will have some intrinsic fire resistance. So we really hope that you're going to buy a safe from us and have us install it, and you'll join the many people who have reviewed us on Trustpilot and Google. Extremely happy. Please have a look at our reviews. There's a link on the website. Some of the reviews are so glowing that even I think they're fake, but they're not. They're all really real, genuine reviews. It's very hard to get people to review a safe, actually. It's taken a long time to get reviews because it's an intensely sort of private thing, having a safe fitted. So I take a lot of the reviews that I see on websites for our competitors for safes with a pinch of salt, because they're not on an independent review platform. And knowing the customers as I do over a 40-year period, they don't leave reviews. So they've got, for example, some of these websites have got a safe that's pretty rubbish safe, and they've got 200 reviews. Everyone loves it, and it's just junk, and people wouldn't write a review like that. So, it's just, as I say, pinch of salt. So what I'll do now is I'm going to cut to another clip that I filmed on another day about accessories for safes. So it'll seem out of sequence. So let's cut to that now. So hopefully you're going to buy a safe from us and we're going to come and install it for you. So during the checkout process, if you are doing that, and thank you if you are, there's a number of accessories that you can purchase. So the first one is a automatic light, battery operated, 3 AAA cells, and it's got a little movement sensor, and that pops onto the underside of the top of the safe. And as you open the safe, the light comes on, illuminates the contents. Very useful for dark cupboards or wardrobes, things like that, so you can see what's going on in there. Then we have this, which is a flame retardant wallet, so you can put your A4 documents and bits and pieces in there for extra fire protection. We have a carpet base. If you want a carpet in the bottom of your safe, as you see, they don't come with one. If you want one, then that's an optional extra. This is a pair of Faraday pouches for putting car keys in. Key cloning, theft of cars is very common now. You put your keys in here and the people with the dodgy equipment can't pick up the signal in the house to take your car away. And finally, we have this dehumidifier box, which you can put inside the safe. It's reusable. You can dry it out on a radiator, absorbs moisture, protects things from condensation, because you can get condensation form inside a big steel box like that. Also useful for keeping firearms dry as well. And these are all recommended accessories for your safe that are available at checkout. And before I finish, what I'll say is maybe you've stumbled across this video and this really isn't the sort of safe you're looking for. It's too big and stuff like that. And if you just really want a safe that's good and that we recommend, a bit smaller than this for home, and you're not sure what you're looking at because there's so many choices, please have a look at the video that I'm linking to now in the top right. I will also put a link to this right at the end of the video. And if you would like to see more videos like this, please consider liking and subscribing to our channel. And now I'm going to cut to a cartoon that we had made that just gives a brief outline of the service that we offer. Thanks very much for watching.
Free delivery and free installation. Your safe will be delivered and professionally installed by one of our own vetted employees who will arrive in an unmarked vehicle. Get in touch online or call us on 0800 711 7892.